Pause. Breathe. Now ask yourself this. How many dreams have you buried? Not because they were impossible, but because you couldn't get past the noise in your own mind. You were ready. You had the talent. The opportunity was right there. And yet, you hesitated. You replayed every worst-case scenario, reanalyzed every outcome, and before you knew it, the moment was gone. That's not just overthinking. That's self-sabotage disguised as safety. There's a voice inside your head pretending to protect you, but in truth, it's the villain wearing a mask of logic. And if you don't kill that voice, it will kill every chance you've got. This is a story of Jake, not a superhero, not a genius, just a 25-year-old trying to figure out his life and nearly losing it to his own mind. Jake stared at the cursor blinking on his laptop screen. It had been blinking for 2 hours. The job application was open, his resume polished, cover letter revised for the 5th time. And yet, he couldn't click submit. What if I'm not good enough? What if I get the job and blow it? What if I don't get it and feel like a failure again? Around and around his mind went, like a washing machine on an endless spin cycle. Jake wasn't lazy. He'd always been the planner, the thinker, but lately that thinking turned toxic. Every decision, big or small, felt like a high-stakes gamble. He'd cancel plans, over-research the smallest choices, rewrite text 10 times before deleting them. Even buying groceries felt exhausting. Which brand? Which price? Organic or not? I'm just trying to be responsible, he told himself. But inside, Jake knew the truth. He was stuck, frozen, caged by his own mind. Have you ever felt like Jake? Like your brain won't shut up long enough to let you live? That internal chatter. It's not wisdom. It's not clarity. It's fear, dressed up as logic. One night, Jake finally broke. It was 3 a.m. He hadn't slept in days. He was supposed to send a proposal for freelance work he desperately needed. But he couldn't hit send. He paced. He rewrote. He doubted. He panicked. He punched the desk so hard his knuckles bled. He looked in the mirror and whispered, "What's wrong with me?" The scariest prison is the one with invisible bars. Overthinking isn't harmless. It robs you of time, of peace, of progress, of self-respect. Jake didn't need more information. He needed transformation. So, do you? Because if you don't kill the thought loop, it will kill your confidence, your dreams, and slowly your life. Jake had 2 choices: keep spiraling or fight for his mind. Jake found himself at a coffee shop, scrolling endlessly on Reddit, searching how to stop overthinking. He stumbled across one simple quote: "Thinking is passive, action is power." It hit him like a truck. That's when he realized his brain wasn't the enemy. His passivity was. He didn't need perfect clarity. He needed movement. Here's the truth they don't teach in school. Thinking doesn't change your life. Doing does. And if you wait until your mind feels ready, you'll wait forever. Jake wrote on his whiteboard, 5 steps to take my mind back. These are the exact strategies he used, and you can steal them. Step 1, label the lie. Every time Jake spiraled, he'd pause and say out loud, "This is fear talking." Not fact. Just hearing himself say it gave him space, distance from the storm. Step 2, micro decisions. Instead of planning the whole staircase, He focused on one tiny step, not submit 50 job apps. Just open one, write one line. Each micro win built trust, built momentum, tiny actions, big shifts. Step 3, scheduled overthinking. Jake gave himself 10 minutes a day to worry. That was it. After that, he had to act. Time boxing gave him back control. Step 4, accountability partner. He told his friend Lisa, "If I don't send this by 5 p.m., call me out." Suddenly, the fear of embarrassment was greater than the fear of action. External deadlines crushed internal doubts. Step 5, celebrate the send. Every time Jake did something scary, he celebrated, not with champagne, but with a fist pump, a walk outside, a moment of silence. Victory rituals rewired his brain. At first, it didn't feel like it was working. The voice in his head was still there, still whispering doubts. But then something changed. One day, Jake submitted a proposal without overthinking it. No extra edits. No second guessing. And guess what? He got the job. The world didn't end. He didn't explode. He succeeded. Not because he had perfect thoughts, but because he acted anyway. Let me be clear. You don't beat overthinking by becoming fearless. You beat fear in your chest and power in your hands. That's what Jake learned. And it changed his life. Jake wasn't always like this. In fact, when he was 16, he was bold, reckless even. He asked out the girl he liked. He performed at an open mic night, even though he forgot half the lyrics. He didn't overthink. He just did. But one day, during a high school presentation, he froze. Laughed at, embarrassed. He told himself, "I'm never risking like that again." And so the wall began. One brick of caution, another of perfectionism. Soon it became a fortress. We've all had that moment. The memory we still carry like a scar. The moment our confidence cracked and fear crawled in. But here's the truth. That moment was never meant to define you. It was meant to refine you. You don't need to go back to the past. You just need to reclaim the courage you buried there. Overthinking will visit again. It always does. The voice will whisper, "Are you sure? What if you fail? What will they think?" But now you'll smile, because now you recognize it. It's not a voice of truth. It's a ghost. And ghosts don't have power unless you give it to them. The voice may stay, but will grow quieter every time you move. This is your life, not your mind's. You are not your thoughts. You are the decider. And every time you act, every time you click submit, send the text, take the risk, you reclaim another piece of your freedom. Let me ask you something. How many days have you lost the loops? How many nights staring at the ceiling? How many chances did you bury under fear, disguised as thinking? You don't get those moments back, but you can choose differently, right now, right here. You're one decision away from a new life. Not 5, not 10, 1. And no, you won't feel ready. But that's not the point. Action doesn't come after clarity. Clarity comes after action. So move. Imagine you wake up 5 years from now. You've been bold. You've acted. You failed, but learned. You succeeded by risking. You become someone fearless, not because you lack fear, but because you no longer obey it. Wouldn't that be worth it? Wouldn't it be worth the discomfort you feel now? Wouldn't it be worth it to finally stop thinking and start living? One final moment, one final mirror. Jake sits on a park bench today, sun on his face. He still has thoughts, still overthinks sometimes, but now he moves anyway. He mentors kids who remind him of younger Jake, anxious, unsure. He tells them, "You're not broken, you're just afraid, and that's okay. But don't let fear become your ruler. You've waited long enough, planned long enough, researched, second-guessed, looped long enough. It ends here. Today, you're not just watching a video. You're standing at the edge of your future. Right behind the fog of overthinking is the life you crave. You don't need permission. You don't need a perfect plan. You just need a decision, a moment, this moment. And if this message hits something deep in your soul, don't just scroll away. Don't let the loop win again. Backhand index pointing right, click the next video. The story that will change the way you think forever. Because that story isn't about someone else. It's about you. The version of you on the other side of fear. The version that acts, risks, and rises. This video woke you up. That one will awaken who you were always meant to become. Click. Watch. Transform. Break the loop for good.